Hey guys, so we are going to have you get your Etsy shop up and running today. So what you want to do is you want to go to Google and sign up for a Gmail if you don't already have one. You can make this your business name or you can even use your personal email that you currently have. So after you have your email, then you're going to head to etsy.com and you're going to click right up in the top corner where it says sign in, and it's going to bring up this pop-up. So you'll put in your email address and a password and then click register. It'll take you to another screen where you're going to enter your name and your email and confirm your password, and then it will sign you in to Etsy. From there, you're going to want to go over to your avatar on your account and go down to sell on Etsy. Scroll down and you're going to see this button right here that says open your Etsy shop. Click that and it's going to take you to all of your preferences, which by default should be correct, but always double check. Now on this, you can select whichever one you want. Typically, you're probably going to select that you sell part-time, but if you're trying to go full-time, obviously select that, or if you've already got a shop and you're selling other things, this might be a new shop, then you can do selling as my full-time job. I'm just going to do, it's part-time, but I hope to go full-time. Then you're going to go in and name your shop. Now, there are a lot of Etsy shops, so you are going to maybe run into a couple issues trying to find the perfect name if things are taken. So just try a couple different ones. If you have a brand name, you can always add numbers after it just to make it unique. All right, so see if you type something in and there is already an Etsy shop with that name, it will go ahead and suggest new ones that you could possibly do. So just for this tutorial, I am gonna go ahead and do this one because it has designs in it. So once you select that, you're gonna go and hit save and continue. So it'll bring you to your setup for stocking your shop. Now, we're going to leave this blank right now just because we will get into that later, how to create Canva images that we will upload once we have our templates set. So you can go ahead and click that. It will require you, I guess now, this is a new feature, so it will require you to upload something. So we're going to go ahead and click add a listing and scroll down. And so we're going to add a photo. I already have some done. So we're just going to do a test image here. And you can make these 2000 pixels wide, but typically I do not. Canva actually has a setting for Etsy icons and Etsy shop covers, so I just go ahead and use what they suggest, and I've never had an issue. So you can go down here and now adjust your thumbnail. I do these on my website templates just to kind of center them and make sure everything looks good when people are looking at it in the feed. So we will get into this at a later time, but right now we can just kind of auto-populate, and I will go through all of this later and walk you through step by step. So who made it? I did. What is it? A finished product. When did you make it? And you can either do made to order or I always just do 20 to 2021. Okay, so in this, you're going to select your categories. So as you can see, these are some of the categories that I have previously used. So we're just going to select website templates, and then it will pop up this drop-down menu where it will show you exactly the sections that it will be in. So you can just look through these and see which one will best fit your product. primary color. These are optional. Sometimes I will select colors if I'm selling invites or something that's really specific in that way. I have added colors to my website templates if they're not just white and black and you have something unique on there that you think will draw buyers in, go ahead and change the colors. If you are doing things for any of these occasions, especially I know weddings are really popular, you can go ahead and select that and it will niche that down for you. Also, you can select holidays. This is really helpful around the holidays or a month before holidays so that you can get on the feed for those. Renewal options. So I always make this automatic. So this is when your listing runs out, it will expire, but it will renew at 20 cents, which is typical for Etsy, to get a listing up there automatically. So you don't have to worry about it selling out and then it just not being on your shop and you not knowing, because we're all about being passive, and the least amount of stuff that we have to touch and the more we can automate is really the way to go. So you're also going to select between physical and digital depending on what you have. So for this tutorial, I am going to do digital because we'll be creating our products on Canva. And then you're going to go in with a description. So once again, I will get into this later on as to how to kind of construct your description. But for now, we are just going to copy the title just for our test and put it in there so there's something on there. There are best practices for a description and I will go through that later with you guys. Add a new production partner. You don't have to do this. I think if you're doing t-shirts or something like that, you can add Printful or Printify or whatever you're using, but it's not totally necessary. So sections. I do add my templates to sections. So this just makes it much easier for your clients and potential customers to find each of your items quickly. Sometimes, I mean, if you really work on your shop a lot and you have 100 listings, people are not going to want to scroll through the entire shop. So just for a test, we are going to make it website templates. So every time you add a listing, you can select which section it goes in, and it's just a really quick way to organize your Etsy shop. Okay, so next are tags. And this is probably the most scary thing that people worry about in their Etsy shop. So like I said, with much of the other things above, we will go over this later, but we are just going to put in some test tags. I will show you how to research and get the correct ones for each of your products. So we're just going to put in website for now, just to get one on there. Materials, depending on what your product is, you can include this. Obviously, if you're doing digital products, you're not really going to have a materials list. So down here, you're going to do inventory and pricing. So you can price your product at absolutely whatever you want to. If you're just starting out and you're just wanting to get some traction and get some sales, feel free to do it lower. Don't let anyone tell you like you're undercutting yourself. I've had people tell me that, and look where it's gotten me. You know, I did not listen to their advice. I priced it where I wanted and where I felt comfortable, and then grew as my shop got traction. So just price it at whatever you want right now. Definitely look at the competition. Maybe do a quick search on Etsy and see what other people are selling similar products for, and then you can price it around the same. So that's always just a good rule of thumb. So for quantity, you can put anything from 1 to 100. So I used to put 100 on every listing. And then as you get into marketing psychology, I do not keep it at 100. I will put 2 or 3, you know, anything under 10 typically is what I will put. It just creates like a sense of scarcity, which is always something that you want, because that will make your buyer think, oh my gosh, it might sell out. I need to get this before it's gone. And obviously we've already set it up so that when people buy this, you know, there's 3 on this quantity. If 3 get sold, then it will automatically renew. So SKUs. This is only going to be if you have physical products and physical inventory that you have barcodes for. So we do not need to worry about that if we're doing digital products, but if your product is physical, you can go ahead and drop that in there. All right, so personalization. So when buyers are purchasing your product, you can put instructions for the buyers in here. Now, I typically include this in the PDF that they get to download once they purchase, but you can put things in here if you're selling like a Squarespace template. You can ask them to send their email to you so that you can start the process of transferring ownership. But like I said, I put this in a PDF that I upload and they will download as soon as they purchase, and they will get all of the instructions in one place. So it's really up to you. Just kind of see, depending on what your product is and what your workflow looks like, what you're wanting to do. All right, so digital files. We are going to maybe just upload a test image for this. So I'll get into this later when we do another listing, but typically this is going to be a PDF that I will send each person that purchases. And like I said above, it will have all of the instructions to access their template links or their show it share key or their Squarespace instructions for sending over their email in a PDF. So right now we're just going to put this test image in just so we can create our listing. All right, and there you guys have it. You will have your first listing up and running, so your shop is not empty when you go to launch it, and it's just a really quick and easy process. We will go into it in more depth later. So how you'll get paid. So this is a big one. So make sure all of this is correct. You can read through all of this. There is a learn more section right here. So you can sign up as an individual or a sole prop or an incorporated business. So just depending on what your business strategy looks like, I know most of you might not have an LLC, or if you just want to file individually, you can do that as well. So just click individual. That's usually the easiest way to start. You can always change this later if your business needs to change, but I would just start with individual just to get up and running. All right, so they want us to tell them a little bit about ourselves. So country of residence, just go ahead and select your country. And first name and last name. And then I'm going to put a fake birthday in here. Oh my gosh, I do not like having to scroll this far down. All right, so you guys are going to put in the last 4 digits of your social security number. So this is because you are selecting to start your shop as an individual, and that will just allow you to go ahead and get paid, and it will route everything directly to you. Then you can go ahead and put in your home address. I will put mine in, and then we will go to the next screen.